Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. So, hello there everybody and welcome back to the channel here for a new video. Well, obviously, on the channel. Today I wanted to actually, well, once again, talk about the all-new Ninjago villains for Dragons Rising, as just coming up with video ideas as of late, right? I've been taking a look back at some sort of leaks/details that I may have missed during May, alright? So obviously, you know, these things are fairly old, but surprisingly I've actually found a handful of things that I've never properly seen in my life before, just due to the fact that I had a very small break from the community at around that kind of time, and I found something, right? And I've already made videos on said details from this particular image, which obviously I'll get more into in a moment, but I've already discussed these kind of details in videos. But, with that all being said, there was one very specific detail that, now that I know about it, seems like impossible to somehow gloss over, but somehow I did for quite a fair while. But, again, I saw this and I just knew I was going to have to make a video on it very, very soon, as this detail changes everything that I previously knew about Ninjago Dragons Rising, just assuming that this is all entirely real. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this is completely real. I am fairly certain this comes from a very legitimate source. This has been out for around a month now and there hasn't been any, you know, kind of sign of this being false by any means. Nobody has come out and said, you know, yeah, this is definitely false, do not believe it. And again, it's been like over a month at this point, so I think it's pretty much very safe to assume that this is all real. But as always with leaks, please do just take it with a grain of salt. But the detail that I'm discussing, it comes from this particular image up on screen now, and this was actually from a Beatrix character description, if I'm not mistaken. Again, that probably does ring a bell if you've been watching the channel recently, as again, I've made videos, a few different videos now actually, just where this comes into play, right? And this is used as kind of background information for said videos. But for some reason, the topic we're discussing today is something that I have never discussed before, because it's only very recently that I found out about this kind of thing's existence. But here we go. Just from what it says here in one of these particular sentences, feel free to read through now, Raz seems to be betraying Beatrix towards the end of this season, or just at some point within the season, and he actually seems to have a plan of his own, in which Beatrix is just a pawn, as it says here something along the lines of the fact that Beatrix is a naive but willful pawn in Raz's ultimate plan. And actually, within the season of Dragons Rising Season 1 so far, there has been a fair bit of talk with regards to Raz's plan. He's mentioned it quite a few times now in front of Beatrix, and I believe just two other characters here and there. It seems like a pretty huge plan he's got figured out, and just as he was getting handcuffed and sent to be put in some sort of prison, basically, in episode 10, right, he mentions about the bigger picture and his plan once again, just further backing up my point there that this guy is obsessed with this plan, whatever that may be. We don't know as of right now. But for some reason, Raz is going along with this, and he is going to be thrown into jail, but towards the end of the season, he's going to overthrow Beatrix, so it's kind of like a double play there. Beatrix kind of betrays him, throws him in jail, but then towards the end of the season, is Raz going to do the same thing? I don't know, to be honest. Clearly, Raz has a lot more going on than we may first actually think, but seriously, this guy clearly has some pretty big things planned, if this actual description is going to be true. Things sound pretty intense, to be quite honest, and we haven't even seen anything of the actual episodes in the future, so, I mean, just from this description alone, things sound pretty tense. Imagine what it's going to be like in the future. Again, all of this is just assuming that, well, all of these details actually do end up being true and completely legitimate, but so far, things sound pretty awesome if this is actually going to be the case, and something like this is actually going to happen. But that is basically going to cover it for today's video. I think that is basically everything I wanted to discuss in today's video, so hopefully you guys did all enjoy it. Please, though, before heading out, please do feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more, and hit the notification bell so that you behind the screen there, yes you there, I'm looking right at you, can keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on the channel. With all of this being said, I will catch you all very soon for a new video. Goodbye everybody, see you all very soon.